Perfect. Okay. So yeah, some microphone testings didn't go well, but now it seems to work. So everyone, welcome to our beautiful event, Next Steps. Thanks a lot for taking your time and joining this event. We prepared a lot of information and a lot of content in this event for you. So I hope you're just as excited as I am. Please feel free and join the different booths from the different boot camps, and also we StartSteps. We would like to welcome you there to give you as much information as possible. For those who don't know StartSteps yet, please check out our website. We are a company based in Berlin. We are offering orientation and personal coachings in tech. So please come to our booth. We would love to answer your questions and have a chat with you. So in a few minutes, Nico will start with his speech and give us a little bit of insight into his hiking experience. I'm really looking forward to this. And please also check out one more time the agenda. Normally, the first few hours are for interested people in our courses. So everyone who would like to speak to someone from the booth, please make sure to join in this specific time frame, because we also want to make sure that our lovely Arbeitsvermittler from Agentur für Arbeit still have time to talk to us as well. Okay, Nico, are you ready to give us your speech, to give us your experience?
If you want, I'm ready.
Okay, I'm ready too. Thanks a lot.
All right, thank you for the introduction. So let me share my screen. You need to unshare your. Okay, cool. Yeah, let's go. All right, cool. It's working. Just one more sip from my cup, and I'm almost ready to go. All right. So when the trainer becomes the bootcamp, so it obviously reveals that I'm a trainer in a bootcamp. I'm the lead trainer at Coding Bootcamps Europe, and I suddenly became a student because I did a hike, a longer one, and you are going to do a bootcamp. So just some facts about me. So I'm married, I have children, I have friends, I have a job, I have a house. So pretty much everyone ticked off the list what seems to be a good life, right? But what I don't have is time for myself. So basically, the last years have been quite tough for myself because I was there for everyone else, but not for myself, and which, get me into a nasty burnout situation last year. So I didn't know what to do. I know I had to change something, but I didn't know what. So that's me. So what about you? You maybe lost your job, or maybe your current job sucks, or maybe you have been interested in something and that changed and you don't know what to do anymore, or you can add your reason here, right? So we are here in a orientation camp or on this next step to go into a boot camp because you have to change something in your life, and it's usually a serious reason. So with that in mind, that I need to change something in my life or that I need some time for myself, I didn't know what to do. And now that's something I got from the bootcamp, because we had a attendee last year, or this year maybe, or it was this year. He was in the same situation or a similar situation. He didn't know what to do with his career, so he went on the Camino. So this is a hike from south of France to, I think, Portugal, south of Spain, something like this. It takes quite long, so that's nothing I can do. But I totally like the idea of hiking and thinking about yourself. So a couple of months back, I watched this video, and it's about a woman who recorded herself during the hike in England, which is called the Rainrats Coast to Coast hike. And she was obviously struggling. This is why I put the screenshot here. And this kind of motivated me to do this hike. I know this sounds strange, like, yeah, let's do something where you really struggle, but I don't know why, but I wanted to do this thing. So this is basically what I did or what I wanted to do, hiking from west to east in England. You can divide it in whatever stages you want. I decided to do it in 13 days because this was the only, the largest amount of time that I had for myself. So off I went. And how can I compare a hike and a boot camp? I mean, for me, it's obvious because it's a fixed distance in a given time. So I can't do it in 3 weeks or 4 weeks or 5 weeks. I have to do it in this given time, which is 305 kilometers in 14 days. And you are doing a boot camp and you're maybe learning HTML, CSS, JavaScript, REST, Node, Vue, and whatever else in 13 weeks. So this is like our schedule in our boot camp. It can be 6 months, 4 months, another boot camps, doesn't matter. It's the same situation, right? So this is me on the first day before I got to the hike. So if you look at the left picture, it says something 4 o'clock. So I had to be at the train station 4 o'clock in the morning, got to the airport, got to Brussels, got to Manchester, and needed to go from Manchester to the start position. And the second picture I took on the right side is, I think, at 9 o'clock in the evening, something like this. And it was an hour later because we have a different time zone in England. So it basically took me like ages to get there. And that's because I had delayed flights, train strike in England, so many hurdles to take or to get through even before starting the hike or for you starting the bootcamp. So for you, this is maybe the thing you need to make a plan for yourself. So what do I do? I mean, if you realize, okay, I need to change something in my career, that's not an easy topic. You don't do it like, okay, I'm doing this thing, right? So you have to make a plan for yourself, which takes time. You need to deal with the job agency, which can be, and I don't know if many, Arbeitsvermittler are here right now, but I'm going to say it right off. It can be difficult, right? Dealing with the job agency. And you then need to find a bootcamp. So this is my stuff that I needed for the 14 days. Everything on the bed, fitted in my bag, in my backpack, and that's all I had for these 14 days. And this is me. In the morning, I think 10 o'clock or something, starting at the beach in St. Bees at the Irish Sea. And the tradition about this hike is to dip your feet in the Irish Sea, take a pebble, so a little stone, for a loved one. So since I have a family, I took 3 with me. So you carry it through the country and throw it in the North Sea. So this is the custom, this is the tradition. So before even starting the hike and before even starting the bootcamp, this is something you should do. Be proud of yourself that you're trying to do this thing, trying to do a bootcamp, trying to do a hike, trying to do whatever you think will change your life. And allow yourself to struggle and to fail. So I wanted to get the pressure off myself and be like, okay, if I'm injured or if I'm not enjoying it, I just can cheat. So I can take a bus, a train, or whatever. I just want to be at the other side of the country in 14 days. So this was something I told myself. Of course, I wanted to do it, but I just wanted to get rid of the pressure. And the important thing here is you will miss all the shots you don't take. So even trying and failing is better than doing nothing. This is the point here. All right, what's right? So when I started this thing, I wasn't a hiker. I'm not a hiker, and you are not a developer or UX designer or whatever you are trying to become in the bootcamp. So this is some important statement here. When you're starting this thing, you are not a developer. So this is quite important. So why is my remote not working? Now it's cool. No, it's not. I need to use the keyboard. Okay, cool. Damn remote. So first day of hiking, I was not a hiker, so I was not used to my gear. I changed clothes a lot. I think in the first 3 hours alone, I was changing my whole clothes like 4 or 5 times because I'm not used to hiking. So every time a raindrop comes down, I was like, yeah, take the rain jacket out, the rain trousers, and it didn't rain. So I traveled like 20 minutes with the rain clothes on and changed clothes again. I couldn't find my stuff in the backpack because I don't know how to pack this thing. I didn't take no breaks. I had no rhythm. So basically I hiked for let's say 5 hours or something without a decent break, right? That's because I'm not a hiker. And that's the same thing for you. So if you start on the first day, you're not a programmer, you're not a developer, and you don't know all these programs, you don't know all the apps, you are maybe fearful to ask a question, or to you think, oh, maybe that's a stupid question, better not ask it. You are maybe not used to study anymore. It's maybe too much input. So this is totally okay if this happens on the first day, right? So this is the lesson here. Make your daily experience and learn from it. So it's okay that the first day sucks, or the first 2 days. That's cool. Just learn something, make your experience, and make something out of it. So after the first day, I felt super tired. So I didn't feel ready to proceed. But nevertheless, I needed to continue walking to finish this thing. And it's the same with you. I mean, just looking at our bootcamp, we throw tons of information at these people on the first day, and they are overwhelmed. But still, you have to carry on. Why did I put this picture here? It's from the second day, and it's something usually you don't do in life. You don't look back and be proud of the things you did. So this is, I think, in the afternoon of the second day, and the there's the pointer. There's the pointer. So the first arrow here, the left arrow, points to where I started from the coast. You can see it on the picture itself, but I could see it through the mountain, or from the mountain. So this was awesome to see. Right, cool. Just 1.5 days and I came this far. That's so cool. And the second arrow is basically where I started today, or from this day, like at the start of this lake. Totally amazing to look back and to be proud of yourself, what you did during just a couple of hours, or maybe a couple of days. So this is something we do in our bootcamp a lot, and this is something I did on the trail. I took a diary with me, and I reflected on myself every evening. Like, what did I learn today? What frustrated me? Like, for example, I couldn't find my gear in the backpack, or I couldn't find my rain jacket in the backpack. So I put it on top, or put it outside the backpack, whatever. So take your learnings and think about them. What can you change? What is a small change you can do to be better at hiking next day, or to be better in the bootcamp or at programming the next day? And think about what you can be proud of. So being proud of yourself is part of the process. You need to be proud of yourself, even of small things. All right. So when I started this hike, I was like, I'm doing it solo. Just me. I don't need anybody else. Fuck that, right? Turns out sharing's caring. So of course, I got to know people on the trail, and I then started to do hikes together. So single days I did with a guy named Joe. He was really nice, and it was good because I did some hikes alone, or some days alone, and I could manage myself, but it wasn't as fun as doing it with somebody else. And by fun, I don't mean like that we're happy all the time, but the support you get or you can give to other people. So basically, some days he kicked my ass really hard to push up that mountain and don't take a break. And some days I kicked his ass so that we kept moving and be there on time. That's pretty important. That's something you should do in the bootcamp as well. So basically, I'm not doing solo hiking while I was hiking with Joe. And this is what you should do: hike or code together, learn together with the people in your bootcamp. So getting help is not cheating. I still had to walk all these kilometers alone by myself with my feet. But if someone was kicking my ass, I would be done faster, or I was more motivated. I can tell, but this was more fun. Whew, I need to breath. I need to look at the timer. Okay, cool. 7 minutes. That's tough. So Valley of Tears. So after I think 4 or 5 days, I had the 2 worst days of the hike. So it was 75 kilometers in 2 days, 20 hours of hiking. It was horrible. So I'm not a hiker, so I was not used to that. So you maybe get headache from too many learning or programming, and I got like swollen ankles because I'm not a hiker. So every step was like pain, and this was the scenery. It was still nice and good to look at, but these 2 days had like the highest peak of the hike, and it was very steep, very stony, very rocky, so not good for my ankles. And it's a nice picture having lunch there, but after that the struggle began. So if you look at the picture, you can see, for example, it was 5 o'clock in the evening. I did already 17 kilometers and had 8 to go, or 7.8 to go. So which took me ages. I think I arrived at 9 o'clock something. So I was hiking for nearly 11 hours this day. It was horrible. Couldn't lift my feet anymore. And the day after that, it was just, I think, 26 kilometers, but it was really steep along the way. And it's already 3 o'clock, 11 kilometers to go. And I think I arrived at 8. Couldn't barely walk when I arrived there. And that was the scenery, just plain land, grass, nothing else, no people. So I'm pretty competitive, and everyone was overtaking me. I was so frustrating because I used to be like, I'm good, I'm better than other people, so I'm competitive. But I really learned to look on myself on these 2 days. And that's the learning here. That's the learning for the bootcamp. Focus on yourself. Don't be like, hey, this other guy in the bootcamp, he already knows HTML. Hey, that's unfair. No, it doesn't matter. He will also struggle, or she will also struggle. So just focus on yourself and do not compare yourself to others. If you finish this hike, doesn't matter when, that's important. And if you finish this topic, or if you can solve this problem or this coding problem or whatever, doesn't matter when, just solve it. Okay. After these 2 days, I was in so much pain because my feet and legs hurt so much. Painkillers didn't work anymore. And I thought this is a big mistake doing this thing. And I thought about quitting it. And that's something you will see yourself in the bootcamp. That's something I see a lot with our students. You all will have this valley of tears. You will have horrible days and you think you are dumb and you think that tech isn't for you. Get the help of others, get through these days. And I promise you, you will get through these days. It's maybe a week or something, but you will get through this thing. And I thought about quitting this night when I couldn't sleep because everything hurts. And I thought about why I started this thing. So if you feel you are quitting this thing, think about why you started. Don't quit in the evening. Always sleep, or try to sleep, and get up in the morning and have a look on the new day. So it's not Disneyland. Everyone struggles. Every day is a new day. So focus on the day that is to come, not on the bad day yesterday. Just focus on the new day. And this is what I did. So this is the morning after I felt I need to stop hiking. Look, I'm smiling because I had all these nice people who were supporting me and I was supporting them in many stages of the hike. So talk to people, get help, right? So allow yourself to have bad days and learn to deal with them. And the longer you are in the bootcamp, the more you know how to deal with these days. And remember, you're not alone, right? There are many people in your class that support you. There are teachers in the bootcamp that will support you. All right. And after these 2 terrible days, I had the best day of hiking. I don't know how, but that was the best day. So basically, look at me, sitting in my throne like I'm the king of hiking in England. I don't know what happened, but I got through my valley of tears. Best day of hiking, ankle deep in mud, brilliant day. So after crossing my valley of tears, I knew I can finish it. But the thing here is, that's just a picture because I like it, looking out of my tent in the morning. All my students that I had in the bootcamp crossed their valley of tears and made this thing, and you will too. And just the advice, it doesn't get easier. So it's not getting easier, but you know how to deal with difficult situations. So don't give up. So this is me chilling, and that's an important part of being a programmer. Okay, 2 minutes left. I'm doing this. So taking breaks is very important. I know that if you come from a different industry, it's like start at 8, finish at 5 or something, have half an hour of break. That's not going to work as a programmer. You have to take a lot of breaks. And I took a break during hiking every 1 or 2 hours, and 2 hours was even too long. So basically every hour. It will help you to be a developer. So take breaks. This is like the advice that we give the most in the bootcamp itself. We also have a student in our booth that did our bootcamp. Talk to him in the booth. He will tell you take breaks is the best thing you can do. All right, and then it's the last day. So I reached the other side of the country, could look at the North Sea, only like 5.6 kilometers to go. That's awesome, and that's me. There's a webcam in the dog. There's a dog webcam. This is me with the blue backpack. So I did it. That's pretty cool because Mareike, my boss, watched me, arriving at the other side. So I dipped my feet in the North Sea, threw my pebbles in the sea, and I'm done. Best feeling ever. I mean, not the best. I mean, I have children. That's basically the best feeling. But for myself, for the last, let's say, 2 years or something, best feeling ever finishing this hike. So what I'm trying to tell you is do a bootcamp, change your life if you're struggling with your career, and think about the tips and the learnings that I had, because it's the same in our bootcamps. It's not the same. It's also the same in other bootcamps. So it's the best thing you can do for yourself if you're struggling with your career. So talk to us in the booth, and I'm happy to chat. Cool, that's it.